MGF Custom / Reviews.
What's going on, guys? It's Michael MGF, and today I am back for yet another LEGO Star Wars Summer 2012 set review. This time I have Palpatine's Arrest. The set number is 9526, ages 9 through 14, and has 645 pieces. So this is a much anticipated set, especially by me, considering this is easily one of my favorite scenes in Revenge of the Sith. And LEGO themselves hosted a voting kind of thing back in like 2009 or something, and there were a few sets that we had to choose from. A lot chose Palpatine's Arrest, but then they chose another set. I forgot the exact name of it, but it was like a Mon Calamari Cruiser type thing, but eventually turned out to be a play set, so it wasn't really that cool. But it's nice to see that LEGO actually took it into consideration to really put this set into production once again a few years later. So, yeah, this set is really awesome, but before we begin, let's get on to the minifigs. And by the way, this set was about $90 at the LEGO store. Alright, so we're going to start off with Mace Windu. This is a brand new Mace Windu. What's really awesome about the set is how LEGO has redesigned all of our favorite Jedi Council members. And, as you can see, Mace Windu has received an upgrade himself, which includes a brand new printed torso, which looks very nice. His lightsaber has not got a color change or anything of that nature. Basic Jedi cape. He has dark tan legs, dark tan arms, brown hands, and a brand new printed face. There was a character in Prince of Persia that used a similar face, and I looked into it, and this is not the same face, but it is still a very awesome face, as it does capture Samuel L. Jackson's role as Mace Windu pretty well. And then here is a look at the back. There is nothing on the back because LEGO decided not to do that because there are capes that go with these figures, so really there's no need for back printing. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Mace Windu. He's a very cool minifigure. And now we have the brand new Chancellor Palpatine minifigure, and this guy has basically a upgrade to the Chancellor Palpatine character. We've been aching for a brand new Palpatine, and I think this is very awesome that LEGO has finally made one. And as you can see, he does have a gold lightsaber hilt, and it's been a while since we have ever seen a change in a lightsaber hilt. So I think that's pretty cool that LEGO decided to do that, because definitely changes things up. And as you can see, he does have dark brown arms. He does have dark red torso with some pretty basic printing on it. And then he does have back printing, since there is no cape to go with this figure. He does use the same exact Palpatine hair that was introduced with the old Venator set back in 2009. And you can see his face is brand new. I can give you a closer look at that. So there you go. And he does have a double-sided face. And this face is basically the face he uses right after he electrocutes Mace Windu, and he is scarred for the rest of his life. And it's a very cool face, and it definitely captures Palpatine very well. And Palpatine also does feature 2 Sith lightning pieces, so let me go ahead and grab these for you guys. And yeah, so there they are. 2 Sith lightning pieces to go with Palpatine and electrocute Mace Windu and finish off the second in command Jedi Council member. But yeah, there is the brand new, long-anticipated Palpatine minifigure. Okay, and now we have the semi-brand new Anakin Skywalker minifigure / Darth Vader, considering in this scene he does become Darth Vader. But anyway, his torso and leg printing are the exact same ones that we got in the I believe it was the Mustafar set. I forgot the exact name. I'm sorry, guys. It was like the Anakin's Jedi Interceptor, I believe, something like that. But anyway, as you can see, the torso printing is very nice and very detailed from the previous Anakin torsos we've gotten in previous sets, and the leg printing really adds on to it, and I think it's very awesome. And as you can see, he does feature back printing. So let's look at that. Pretty nice belt. I think it has a really nice look to it. And as you can see, he does feature a blue lightsaber, dark brown hair, and a double-sided face. But before we go on to the actual other face, here's a look at his main head. And I personally think these little markings here, here, and here are totally unneeded, and they don't need to be there because it just kind of makes them look ugly, to tell you the truth. And then as you can see, he does have a more timid face. I don't see why he would be smiling at all, since he wasn't smiling at all before this scene when he was sitting in the council chamber. So there's really no reason for this face, but I'm not going to complain, considering we did I myself personally wanted a more, standard face for Anakin rather than a Sithified face. Yeah, I just made a new word, Sithified. But he does feature a standard Jedi brown cape. So there's Anakin. And now we have the brand new Saesee Tiin minifigure, and this figure is very awesome. His headpiece is actually the exact same headpiece that you use on the Clone Wars version of Saesee Tiin, but I definitely think this Saesee Tiin minifigure does bring a much more realistic feel to it than the Clone Wars version ever could. And as you can see, his face is very nicely printed. It has quite a good amount of detail and just looks very awesome. And he does not have a double-sided face. He does feature the standard Jedi robe, which is very cool. His torso, arms, and legs are all dark brown, and he does feature a green lightsaber along with a quite amazingly printed torso, which looks very awesome, has a good amount of detail on it, and then he does feature back printing. So there is the back of his torso. Let me just go ahead and wrap it fully around so you can see it. So there it is, the back printing of Saesee Tiin. And let's go ahead and fold his cape back around. Oh, this is always fun. But yeah, there you go. There is the brand new awesome Saesee Tiin. So now we have the brand new Agen Kolar minifigure. I never actually knew how to pronounce this Jedi's name, but is it Agen Kolar, Agen Kolar? I'm just going to stick with Agen Kolar. But as you can see, this figure is made up of a entirely tan Jedi robe. He has tan legs, tan torso, and tan arms. And as you can see, he does feature the standard Jedi cape, and his headpiece is the exact same head sculpt used for the Clone Wars minifigure Eve Koth. And you can see his horns are much darker, and basically it's just an entire different reprint for the headpiece to fit Agen Kolar better. And as you can see, this headpiece is a rubbery type piece, and it's a little difficult to get the head out. It's a little bit of a challenge actually, but there we go. So there is a look at the minifigure's head. So pretty cool headpiece, and he does not feature double-sided printing. So, now that we have the headpiece off, let's go ahead and go over the torso printing. As you can see, the torso printing is very nice, definitely probably one of the more detailed torsos of this set, and it features some really nice realistic type streaks on the robe to make it look more and more realistic. He does feature a standard blue lightsaber, and he does also drop off posts, no, but he is not standing. Oh, everything's going my way today. But anyway, as you can see, he does have double-sided printing. Double-sided torso printing. So there is the brand new Agen Kolar minifigure. And to conclude all these minifigures, we have the most boring of all, Kit Fisto. He is just basically the exact same Kit Fisto we've gotten in all LEGO Star Wars sets, just with a cape. But for those of you who don't know much about this Kit Fisto, mine actually had a little bit of a misprint. As you can see, a little brown dot was printed on there, I guess smeared from the bands around his tentacles. But his headpiece is basically printed with a black color for his eyes and a brown color for the bands around his tentacles. And basically, it's a rubber piece, so it's a flexible rubber piece. And then his torso printing. I wish my figures wouldn't fall off the base so much, but there's a look at his torso printing. He does feature a standard green lightsaber and some sand green hands. Sand green hands aren't exactly the easiest to come across, so I think that's pretty cool that we get sand green hands with this figure. And yeah, not much else to add to Kit Fisto. And he does feature a cape, just like every minifigure in this set. So yeah, there is Kit Fisto, and that concludes the minifigures for this awesome set. Alright, so the actual set is very awesome. It includes a lot of playability features. and that just makes the set pretty much a play set. It's obviously LEGO, they can't include walls or anything. This is basically the best LEGO can do. But before we move on to the arrest scene itself, we're going to go ahead and start with the Jedi Airspeeder. And the Jedi Airspeeder is a pretty simple ship, obviously, but this is the ship he used to transport himself from the Jedi chambers over to the arrest scene itself. And it's pretty cool. Not much to it, but it has a pretty cool design in the back, I suppose, with the engines back here. And then on the bottom of it, you have this little cylindrical pieces, and what this does is it makes it very easy to secure it into the landing platform itself. So that's pretty awesome. It does feature 2 stickers, as you can see the sticker here. There's a good look at that. Pretty simple sticker, you know, just basic to add extra detail and save LEGO money by not printing it. But then you got some Republic symbols here. And basically these 3 stickers are the only stickers that are actually in the set. And on the underbelly, there are flick-fire missiles on both corners, and you can see that you do get some nice light bluish, translucent light blue pieces. So just flick those, and you know, they're basic LEGO flick-fire missiles, LEGO's favorite method of playability features. So I can go ahead and pop that on. And what's cool, what makes it really awesome with this, you know, secure, I wouldn't exactly call it a mechanism, but the little platform they use to secure it, it's really awesome, and I think it's convenient. And yeah, so now let's get on to the arrest scene now that we got the actual Jedi Airspeeder out of the way. So this set actually features some pretty cool design techniques to it, such as the way these 3 platforms are attached, and these are actually 3 platforms. They separate about right here and right here. You can see the creases. Not exactly, maybe not on my camera, but they are right there, little creases that separate these, and you attach them individually, and it makes for a pretty cool kind of design technique. And the stairs right here are very nice. I thought that was pretty cool how they slid right underneath, nice and snug, and it worked out pretty nicely. And as you can see, there is plenty of room for play. You've basically got the whole scene. You have plenty of room along here, through here in this area, and back here. You know, it's a really good set for playability. And you got some nice detail like this little piece here, and there are 3 of those actually. And what's kind of cool is you can basically detach the top of it, and this is on both sides, and then you have it continuing all the way to the bottom. So that's kind of cool. I don't know what you'd exactly call those, but they are pretty cool and add some nice detail. And then you have these chairs here, which have a pretty nice design to them. So there's that. Pretty simple design. A little strange looking chair, but it's a chair and it looks pretty cool, I guess. And that attaches onto one of the standard traditional spinny pieces. Spinny pieces. Now part of LEGO brand cereal. Okay, and now we have the door that the 4 Jedi Masters, Jedi Council members enter through to arrest the Chancellor. And as you can see, it is pretty cool. It has a very simple system to it. You can see for each door there is a gold stud and a little post on the back end of each door that holds it back. And basically you pull it back and the gold stud stops it, and then this post, when you push it in, the post stops it from going too far in. So if that makes sense. But anyway, you can see you got some nice decoration details here and here, which are pretty cool. You have the red carpet, which extends all the way into here, which is very nice, and I think that's pretty cool. And yeah, there's really not much else to the door. I mean, it has 2 nice sloping pieces. You know, it's really not that special.
You're under arrest, Chancellor.
Master Windu, I think we might have a little bit of a situation. We can't exactly fit through this door. But there is one thing I can add to it. Basically, what you can do with this is you can detach the entire piece, and you can attach it to any of these 3 sections. So you can attach it here, you could attach it here, but since this is the way the set's supposed to be, I personally like it right in the middle. So, yeah. Then now on to the last feature of the set. Right here, this little post right here, if you pull it out, the actual window behind Palpatine comes out. So that's kind of like they reenacted when Mace Windu's and Palpatine's lightsabers shattered the glass. It's kind of reenacting that and, you know, basically bringing the whole feel and concept of the scene into the set, which is pretty cool, and it also has a nice play feature. So what you can do is, if you want to remove the chair, take Palpatine, pull out his very secretive lightsaber, and by this time all 3 of these Jedi are dead. So Agent Collar, Sassy Tin, and Kit Fisto are gone, and they are no longer Jedi Council members or a member of Star Wars. Anyway, I am ranting. So basically you can reenact the scene. I'm not actually going to do it, but basically they're fighting, and then their lightsabers shatter the glass, and you pull out this post and reenact that. Eventually, Anakin comes in, screws things up, and Windu gets sent out the window. So, now that I just totally destroyed the set, not really, but I screwed it up, so I'm going to go ahead and fix this. So that about does it for the features of this set, and this set is actually pretty small for what it is. It was a pretty fast build, not complicated at all, but I think it's definitely worth buying for the amazing figures that are included. It does have some nice dark red pieces, dark red flat pieces, a reasonable amount of tiles, and really just a wide variety of pieces, and I think that's definitely pretty useful to mock builders, such as myself and various other people. But anyway, that about does it for this set. I'm going to give you guys a quick look at the box and instruction manual before we end this review. So I haven't actually sealed up this box, but let me go ahead and get this set up for you guys. Okay, so as you guys know, my studio here is a little bit small, so bear with me as in the future I do plan on getting a better one. But anyway, as you can see, here is the box. You've got basically a pretty nice recreation of the scene. Mace Windu is... Actually, he's not floating. He's actually standing on solid ground. Never mind. But Palpatine is in action already. The Jedi are in pursuit, and, you know... Pretty cool little scene going on, nice artwork, and it says includes 5 new it's hard to find minifigures, and it labels which ones are new on the side there. And then you have the actual size thing on the top there, traditionally like every Lego set. And let me give you a look at the back. There's a look at the back. Basically all the features that I have just shown you. And yeah. So, that about does it for your box. Now, we all know LEGO has been having fun including 2 manuals for just about a good portion of the sets they've released this summer, but believe it or not, with this set, they did not. It's funny because sets that are a lot smaller than this, actually not piece count-wise, but sets that are a lot cheaper than this do not include... or they do include 2 instruction booklets, but for whatever reason this only includes 1, and that obviously proves that the price was upped either for the minifigures or some other reason that LEGO will not disclose. But anyway, here's the actual instruction manual. And there's the first page of it, and the rest is basically you build it, and then the last page is here. There is a look at all the minifigures of the summer line, besides the minifigures in Pre-Vizsla Starfighter, Mandalorian Starfighter. I probably got that name wrong, I don't know. But, yeah. And this set does not have a comic, it just has a big advertisement, or this instruction book does not have a comic, but it has a big advertisement for the LEGO Star Wars 3 The Clone Wars video game, and some crappy game LEGO has put on their website. So, yeah, there is a look at the instruction book. And, alright, let's go ahead and conclude this. So, my overall thoughts on this set is, I think it's a pretty good set. It's a play set type of set. And I do think that if LEGO upped the size a little bit, like maybe doubled the size of this, it would definitely be more accurate and it would leave more room for this door to be a little wider and for there to be 4 chairs, which is accurate. But absolutely, other than that, this set is very cool. Size-wise, and feature-wise, it does feature pretty good features, and it definitely allows you to reenact the scene. This is not exactly where this window shattered in this exact area, but it's definitely cool they add the feature anyway. This set is, I mean, it features really awesome minifigures. That's definitely a reason to get this set. It has the pretty cool Jedi airspeeder with it, and really that's about it. It's definitely a very awesome set. Again, I got it for $90 at the LEGO store and my local LEGO store. But yeah, so that's about it for this review, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next LEGO Star Wars review, which will be on the brand new Gungan sub. And I do apologize if I might have pronounced a few names wrong. I don't think I would have, but if I did, I do apologize. And I've had a stressful day, so I do apologize. I was a little jittery. But anyway, guys, I will see you guys in the next LEGO Star Wars review. All right.
Bye.